We're on our way to Death Valley National Park, and the views are unlike anything I've ever seen. Todd and I live in Wisconsin and have been RVing for only 1 year. Like many others, we've prioritized national parks during our travels, and what better time to visit Southern California than in February? So we're on our way to Death Valley, but first we share our thoughts regarding our recent stay at Joshua Tree National Park. We left from Joshua Tree National Park early this morning, got into town to do some computer work. We didn't have any reception while we were at Joshua Tree, so we occasionally would have to head into, 29 Palms, and find a spot to connect to the internet so we could get some things done. Let's see, while we were at Joshua Tree National Park, we did quite a few hikes. Did you have any favorites while we were there?
Oh, the first one we did, the Cottonwood
Springs.
Cottonwood Springs. I liked that one quite a bit.
Yeah, that was nice. We got to the park. I think it was the next day. We decided to go for a drive just to kind of see what there was to see, and saw this sign that's a visitor center. And of course, there's several visitor centers, but we just followed the sign, and lo and behold, it was the farthest to the south. And it took us, 45 minutes to get to the visitor center?
I think it was more than that. It said 37 miles, and it was all of 37 miles, and it was pretty twisty, but gorgeous drive.
It was gorgeous. We just didn't know, we thought we were going to be at a visitor center 10, 15 minutes, so, but we were there. So it was Cottonwood Visitor Center. And while we were there, we decided to do a hike, and that was very lovely. We saw...
it was super cool. And we did the right direction too. We did it clockwise. So we started off...
Mastodon.
Mastodon.
Yeah.
Mastodon is basically a woolly mammoth.
Oh, okay.
That's our Ice Age Trail mascot, right?
So we started off with that trail.
Yep.
And we
went west, so clockwise, and so it ended up at the actual spring, which was a really cool kind of reveal at the end.
The direction we took, you end up kind of walking through an uncomfortable wash. Those are not pleasant to hike through, but it's nice to get that out of the way. And we had a great ending on that hike. Yeah, that was the palm trees, I think they were called fan palms, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were gorgeous. They were so tall. It literally looked like an oasis.
Yeah. And the bird life there is so intense, and it sounds like a jungle. There's so many birds singing and stuff.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Cool.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite too. There was a nice variety on that hike. We went and checked out Skull Rock. So we did that hike. We stayed at Jumbo Rocks Campground at the national park, and Skull Rock was a hike, one of the couple hikes that you could do right from the campground. So we did that, and then, that took you to the rock that looks like a skull. And I could see it. It actually did kind of look like a skull.
From one angle, yeah.
Yeah. And
it's very popular. Yes. That's for sure. That is probably the most popular feature in that park. There are cars there all the time.
All the time. So that was nice. We also took a hike to see the Heart Rock and the Arch Rock.
Yeah.
I liked the Heart Rock. The Arch Rock was...
okay.
It was okay, yeah. It's not like Utah Arch.
Oh, no. I thought that the Arch Rock path went past Heart Rock, so we kept going past Heart Rock, and pretty soon the path just turned into nothing. It's like...
Yeah.
Marcy's one who said, I think we should turn around.
This isn't right, yeah. We did take a day trip over to Palm Springs. Todd had said, let's head out there.
I had seen Palm Springs in so many movies, so I wanted to see it, and we had nothing to do, so I was like, let's take a drive. It was nice.
It was nice.
Scenery was gorgeous. Snow-capped mountains on the way. That was cool.
Yeah. And definitely aptly named.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of palms.
Oh, gorgeous. A
lot of palm trees.
We have to give a shout out to Santos Restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
It was amazing food.
Oh, top-notch food. It was the best.
My tacos Todd had.
It was chorizo and eggs and cheese. As a side, it had roasted vegetables. The roasted vegetables did not get the memo that they were a side. It was an excellent main dish. They were spectacular.
So anything else about Joshua Tree? I mean, there were lots of Joshua trees, so, but not in the whole park. We did drive through the Cholla Gardens
That's
section.
cool.
Yeah, it was really pretty. It was closed, so I guess we weren't able to hike through it, but we were able to drive through it or drive by
The
it.
road goes through it.
And that was pretty impressive. The Cholla, lots of different Cholla. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. What do you think of our campground?
Well, once we found it, it was all right. When we first pulled in, the first campsite I saw was 120 something. It's like, okay, we're nowhere
Yeah.
near where we need to be.
Right. So we just assumed we were in the wrong spot right away, left.
Well, we drove through the whole campground.
We did.
Never saw a single digit campground number.
Yeah.
in
And
the
we were in
whole
site
thing.
two.
We were in site two. So it turns out, like, basically there's the gate and we were, immediately
We were
there.
right there, yeah. So that was tricky, and I mean, it was really tight fit.
So tight.
We knew that going in,
It was tight.
it was tight. The website did indicate 35 feet total truck.
Right. We
And-
were okay lengthwise,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
parallel parking a trailer is a lot harder than just putting a trailer into
Right.
a normal campsite.
So, and of course, super cool though, with all the boulders, the huge jumbo racks.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was really
Oh, yeah,
cool.
great night view. The
Oh,
skies
yeah,
were
the sky dark.
gorgeous. They were gorgeous
Yeah.
every night.
Yeah.
Last night we just sat out there for, I don't know, 45 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Just looked
Saw
at
a
the
shooting
stars.
star.
Yeah, you saw 3.
I did see 3.
I
Yeah.
saw 1.
One bigger one, 2 little ones. And the weather was wonderful.
I wonder if it's like this all the time because wow, it was great.
Yeah, it was super nice.
California is beautiful, and we enjoyed watching the changing landscape as we traveled. The varying colors and textures were intriguing. At one of our stops, we had hoped to enjoy some gyros, but the restaurant was temporarily closed.
What? Oh, bummer.
I think Todd's hot.
Oh, it's so hot. Who would have thought it? Death Valley. What's funny is it says it's only 80 degrees out.
Yeah, and I'm not hot.
Funny.
Death Valley and I don't understand what you're complaining about.
Something about Death Valley.
Regardless of where we travel, the sun is on Todd when I'm in the shade. Don't know how that happens, but does seem to be the case.
Wait, who decides where we're driving?
You keep saying you want to go west. If we travel east, maybe things will change. I feel like I need to stop taking pictures of mountains, but everywhere I turn, there's something beautiful.
As we continued, the hills and mountains got bigger and bigger.
So pretty. Wow.
Doesn't this feel like we're driving down a riverbed?
Yeah, I guess it kind of does.
I guess the camera probably won't pick it up, but this is pretty serious downhill.
Yeah.
I'm completely off the gas, coasting, and we're going 55 miles an hour, and have been for, I don't know, 5 or 6 miles now. Ears popping.
Uh-huh. Ears are popping. Green. Oh my goodness, it's green.
The rock is green?
Mint green.
Eventually, we arrived at the park and made our way to Texas Spring Campground before heading to the Visitor Center.
Furnace Creek Visitor Center, 2 miles. Oh, fancy. The Inn at Death Valley? Sounds like a murder mystery.
I was going to say the thing.
The next right onto Texas Springs Road.
Turn right on Texas Springs Road.
We had been comparing both Google Maps and the Waze app to see which we preferred. Waze was winning, but not by a lot.
We found water and a dump station. Yay! Upper Loop, that's where we're headed. Lower Loop is for tents only. Upper Loop is for RVers, no generators. We see RVs, so it's a good sign. And now we just have to see if we can find a spot. So I remember when I was looking at Google Maps thinking, over there, is there any on the edge? So maybe we could go between this little Airstream and the other one. This one good?
Which one?
Right here? I think we'll look the situation. I think I prefer to have the view on the other side.
But the same spot?
Same spot, yeah. The sun is intense. This is cool campground.
So we arrived at our spot, Texas Springs Campground in Death Valley National Park. We went to the upper loop where RVs can go. And this is the campground up here. It's first come, first serve. You pick your spot. We're B40. And then you go down to pay for it. At the Furnace Creek Visitor Center, we paid for our campsite, received a visitor guide, and learned a bit about the park, which is located quite close to the Nevada border. Death Valley in the park is a 156-mile-long area between two mountain ranges. Desert bighorn sheep are able to climb up these steep mountain ranges and eat tough desert plants. Death Valley is known as the hottest, driest, and lowest. In July of 1913, temperatures were hotter than any other place in the world for 5 days in a row. The air at Death Valley is unusually dry with moisture evaporating quickly from plants and people. You can lose over 2 gallons of water per day in the summer just by sitting in the shade. Our next stop was the Harmony Borax Works area, where we viewed the salt flats and then took a scenic, windy drive on a connected gravel road.
This is cool.
This is cool. And unexpected. Did you know this was where it was headed?
Absolutely not.
Because I
It's
was.
just like a little gravel road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
It's like, this is cool. Oh, man.
That's pretty.
Back at our campsite, we climbed up to get a better view of the campground and the glow of a faded sunset on the mountains. Early the next morning, we drove to Badwater Basin to experience the salt flats. The surrounding mountains were amazing.
This is the lowest spot in North America at 282 feet below sea level. And we're going to take a look at some salt flats.
First, we're going to get a whole bunch of salt blown in our eyes.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I can taste it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the wind whips up the salt and blows it towards you and taste it on the lips. This is a new experience. This is cool.
Very cool. So that means like there's water like right below the surface.
Oh, yeah, you can see. And it feels like it. It's different than sand for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Even at 8 o'clock in the morning, it already feels pretty warm. I think it was already in the 60s.
Oh, I would expect so, yeah. It feels like it's 60s, and there's already a warm breeze.
So we are definitely hitting things early here at the park, which is what they recommend.
Ooh, do you feel that cold breeze?
Yes. I wonder why. That's
because
cold. Wow.
All the air that's on the backside of these mountains is still cold. All the air that's coming down the valley is warm.
Still is a little. The breeze was warm. In fact, you had just said that
Yeah.
just before the cold breeze came through.
Well, when I was standing by the truck, it was alternating between warm and cold.
So let's see if you can get a little bit of a view from behind us. We were at the Borax Salt Flats yesterday thinking that was the lowest level, and then saw that there was this one, Badwater. We were checking temperatures yesterday. Our RV got as high as 90
Yeah, it was 90. Well, no, not the RV.
inside the RV. No, it was outside.
Over when we were at the gas station, it was 90 degrees. When we were paying $6.50 a gallon for gas, it was 90 degrees.
Keep saying to Todd, I gotta stop videotaping the
It got
mountains.
warm again.
Yeah, it did get warm again. The mountains are just gorgeous. And so varied. Some of them have layers of various colors. In fact, the mountains by our campground have like this mint colored layer running through it. So pretty. I've never seen anything like it before.
Yeah, I can't see it, but the Just the different shades look cool to me, but I can't tell that it looks, you said green or.
Yeah, kind of minty. Really pretty. So there will be a lot of mountains in this video. Take pictures of the mountains and here you go.
Maybe that'll be your thumbnail.
Yeah.
It's just mountains, mountains, mountains.
Yeah. You know, you're experiencing this heat and then you see the snow-capped mountains.
Yeah, that is so cool.
So that's
Like,
like right there.
it's like right there.
Yeah. Warm and then cold, warm and then cold. Actually, and it's not even warm, it's more like a heat. So I don't know. I'm going to be able to get
It's cold again.
a good sense of what we're walking on here.
Salt. We're walking on salt.
That was super cool though, when we first stepped on the boardwalk and the wind whipped up and blew the salt towards us. And then it was like, ooh, I taste
Taste
that.
it. Yeah.
All of a sudden, the salt flats got this ripple effect going.
This is like when we were in Yellowstone. Remember the pools? They would
Oh.
have those little ridges that built up. This is that same effect.
We were thinking we'd walk to the sun, but I guess we're getting there.
And it's coming towards us too. As the sun rises.
Now you can see our shadow. Got ourselves into the sun and it got windy and chilly. So bizarre. Heat and cold blowing at you within minutes of each other. And there's the sun coming up over the mountains there. Actually, that's not east, is it?
Yeah.
Wild. It's a very satisfying crunch sound.
Can you feel the heat from the sun?
Yeah, we just had this sharply brisk, cold breeze, and now the sun's shining on us and it's
Really warm.
Really warm.
It's gonna be a hot one.
so wild. So we're heading back towards the parking lot and it's just so pretty to see the white salt flats contrasting against this rigid, dark mountain, very deep crevices, and it just looks gorgeous. People would come here to get a drink or have their animals get a drink, and animals wouldn't drink it because it's too salty. There's a sign up there that says sea level. Vehicles over 25 prohibited.
Before returning to the campground, we headed to Artist Drive, which is 9 miles through multi-hued hills with views of the Black Mountains and Salt Flats.
Wow, super pretty. I was just saying that this reminds me a little bit of the Badlands when we were at the national park in South Dakota. Some mountains just kind of seem like a pile of dirt. Some just seem like a pile of rocks, like
Mm-hmm.
where we were at.
Yeah.
Joshua Tree, a lot of them just seem like a pile of rocks. But this seems like mountains.
Yeah. This looks very solid.
Yes. And then you add the beautiful textures and colors, and it's just amazing.
Your ears were popping?
I guess a little bit, yeah, now that you say that.
Because we're probably a good 300 feet up. We're probably at sea level now. Looking back over the.
Yeah, I'm going to try to turn the camera this way. Looks, even in that direction, it looks super cool. Well, they call that a dip. I would agree.
Mind the dip.
Yeah, we've had to mind the dip a few times on this trip. That's referring to beware of the low points when you're traveling, because you will experience them. Don't let it ruin your trip. That was a KYD tip.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah. KYD's a Keep Your Daydreams YouTube channel. Look at this. Look at those crevices and the mountains there. So cool.
Look at that. Would you just look at that?
I think Todd's favorites are the snow-capped mountains.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Let's stop at the overlook. Artist's Palette. I was wondering what that was on the map, but it looks like it is an overlook.
Is this it right here?
I don't know. I mean, all of a sudden it got super colorful right here. Let's go walk over there.
We stopped at Artist Palette, which displays an array of colors from volcanic deposits abundant in compounds such as iron oxides and colite.
Looks like somebody went over there and spray painted it.
While there, we decided to explore the trail that ran down into the area.
Got a little slot area here. This is fun. Backwards view here, coming through the slot. So pretty. This is at the overlook, Artist Palette overlook. You're able to kind of come down and get a little closer view. The colors are so varied. Various minerals in the rocks, but really not any sand. We saw a lot of sand in Arizona. Not sure what this little plant is. We've seen several of them alongside the road here. We thought it looked like kale.
We continued to be awed by the scenic drive, and it quickly became a favorite event in our travels. You know it's a win when you're already looking forward to a return trip in the future.
Artists Drive. We know who the artist is.
Yes.
So that's got greens in it, that really white patch right there. It's really green too over there in the distance. It's kind of been a big surprise for me to see all these kind of like seafoam green colors throughout the mountains. So cool. Oh my goodness, look how gorgeous that is. That is so pretty. It's amazing. Got some tight turns here. Well, you know what? It did say no vehicles over 25 feet. I guess we can understand why now.
This has got to be one of the best drives we've ever done.
This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous.
After work, we ended our day with dinner at 1849 Restaurant, located in the middle of Town Square at the ranch. It was a lovely end to a lovely day. We have so much more to share about our stay here at Death Valley National Park. Join us next time as we take another amazing scenic drive and hike into a 600-foot crater. And thanks for watching as we were out and about in California.